Do you know who's in the room with us, my brother? Do you know who's in the room with us right now? Oh, he's the very same God who stared death in the face, took back the keys and kicked open the grave. That's the God who's in the room with us right now. Do you know who's in the room with us, my sister? Oh, do you know who's in the room with us right now? Oh, he's the very same God who said, let there be light, and he'll still be God when the stars cease to shine. That's the God who's in the room with us right now. And this is what I want to say this morning to you. This is what I know. He's moving. Oh, yes, he is. He's moving. Can you feel him moving now? Supply. He's the one who's done miracles time after time. That's the God who's in the room with us right now. Anybody looking for God to be with them? Emmanuel, you help me say, he's moving. Oh, he's moving. Can you feel him moving? Can you feel him moving? So whatever you're needing, he can supply. He's the one who's done miracles time after time. Whatever you're needing, he can supply. He's the one who's done miracles time after time. Whatever you're needing, he can supply. He's the one who's done miracles time after time. That's the God who's in the room with us right now. And I remember being in this conversation with my dad one day, and just in that conversation, I walked away with tears of joy in my eyes because I was seeing how God had worked in our relationship and how God had mended some things that we both had longed for. And I walked away saying these words. I said, you know what, God, you really do turn things around. And I rushed into my room and I played the piano for probably 3 hours. I just kept playing it over and over again, and all I could say was, God, turn it around. God, turn it around. God, turn it around, just over and over again. And it became this prayer that I wanted. I wanted other people who needed God to do something. I wanted to say that same prayer for somebody else. And it went something like this. It said, I'm praying, God, come and turn this thing around. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. I'm calling that changes everything. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. 'Cause all of my hope is in the name of Jesus. Breakthrough will come in the name of Jesus. Can you help me say, I'm praying, God, come and turn this thing around, and then we all together, we say, God, turn it around, say, God, turn it around, yeah, God, turn it around. This is what else we're doing. I'm calling on the name that does what? That changes everything. Oh, God, turn it around. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. 'Cause all of my hope is in the name of Jesus. Breakthrough will come in the name of Jesus. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. Oh, we're believing that He can, yes. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. Oh, God, turn it around. This is what I believe. He is up to something. He is up to something. God is doing something. Then we say this right now. He is up to something. He is up to something. God is doing something. Oh, right now. He is healing someone. He is saving someone. God is doing something right now. Right now. He is healing someone. He is saving someone. God is doing something. Oh, say right. He's moving mountains. He is moving mountains. Making a way for someone. God is doing something right now. Say right now. He is moving mountains. Making a way for someone. God is doing something. Oh, I gotta tell you, I ran into one of my church members at Chick-fil-A. To be honest, I was going through the drive-thru. I don't go in. That's what I do. I go through the drive-thru. I get a number one with a bottle of water, and I'm on my way out. But this particular day, I went inside, and I don't even know why. I didn't know why then. And I remember the church member came up to me. She said, "Oh, I was there the first time you did God Turn It Around." And because I know it was the first time, because Pastor said you just wrote it the night before. I was like, yeah, that sounds like me. Finish a song and then try to tell a band to play it the next day. I was like, yeah, that's random. And then all of a sudden, her eyes kind of turned. She said, what nobody knew was that day when we were singing God Turn It Around, my husband had just told me that he was leaving me for his mistress. And my heart sank. And then she said, but the same way we were singing God Turn It Around in church is the same way that week that God started turning it around in my house. With tears in her eyes, she said, God turned that thing around. And then she grabbed her husband's hand, who was standing right next to her. She said, can I show you how we worship God now? In the middle of that Chick-fil-A, which let me tell you, I would have missed it if I had hit the drive-thru. You hear me? I would have missed it if I hit the drive-thru. In the middle of that Chick-fil-A, she raises their hand. She says, this is how we worship God now. We worship God together. Somebody say, He is saving. He is saving someone.